And welcome to the Mediocre LabStream. I am your co-host, John T.
Hallball.
Behind the scenes, we got Chad P. and Moose. I was expecting you guys to see Chad P. and Moose. It did not happen. So, there they are. Welcome to the stream. Hallball, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good as well. We got a fun show planned for you guys today. Maybe you could tell there's some fun stuff happening already. Listen closely. Hear science happening.
So colorful.
So you guys, we got Moose in the chat. Go ahead and talk to him. Ask us some questions if you didn't submit your questions to the. And if he likes them, we will answer them. Maybe.
If we like them as well.
Yeah. And then follow us, tweet us, #LabStream, which this isn't a hashtag, but that's the name of the show. And we will get to your stuff.
Yeah. So you may be wondering why we have these things here. We actually have some glasses that are up for sale today.
These are the glasses we are selling.
Yeah.
I think we're missing one, but
missing
otherwise,
the old-fashioned one.
No, wait, we got them. We got them all. So, what do you think about the deal today?
I think it's a good deal. I didn't buy it because I don't buy any more glass things.
Is there a story behind?
I have a thing with collecting Starbucks mugs where I go to different places, and I went on a trip to Europe in November, so I have way too many glasses, and I'm not allowed to buy them break.
You know, that's a lot cheaper habit if you switch to shot glasses, which is what a lot of people do, which is what I do.
But I'll actually use the coffee mugs. I won't use the shot glasses.
I guess, but it's more about just the display of it, like having it there. You know, my aunt actually had a pretty crazy. She had a cool little cabinet that would display all of them. I want to do something like that eventually.
Okay.
I did buy these, not this time. Last time we sold them, I bought 2 different sets. I believe I got the old-fashioned tall one, double old-fashioned, and I think I got the beer glasses. Or this one. I don't remember, because I haven't opened them yet. But I did buy them, and that's the important part. We also saw the return of the singing cowboy today. How did you feel about that?
Well, to be honest, singing cowboy isn't quite my favorite. Sorry, Matthew. But
he's probably watching.
I know. Chad and I were
coming up next on tomorrow on Mez Daily. Why Hallball is terrible.
I will say though, this one was a lot catchier than the last ones. Chad and I were kind of humming it after we listened to it this morning.
Well, how do you feel about his subject matter as far as tags?
A tag?
How do you feel about tags on clothing?
I don't think I've ever seen that happen, like, in the wild.
You've never seen someone with, like, a tag still on them? Have you ever had it?
No.
I have caught myself multiple times with the sticker that just has the size.
Well, I've had a sticker, but not a tag.
Have you purpose?
No.
Like, just kept a tag on something?
Yeah, like the classic buy a shirt
right.
leave the tag on it so you can return it.
Oh.
I don't think I have, no. I don't think so. But I do hate shirt tags. I think they're the worst thing in the world. And
they're starting to become popular where they put
the
ink on the shirt.
That too.
I like that. But then it washes off and then you don't know how you're supposed to wash it.
Who pays attention to that anyway? No one looks at wash tags to actually wash things. That would be ridiculous and absurd. Yeah, I actually like the new trend of the breakaway tag where as soon as you buy it, you can just pull it out right away. Our beautiful American Apparel shirts, which I am wearing right now, have very small, thin tags, and I like that too. All right, so we do have some Mediocre Lab news for you guys, which we launched a new experiment. Yay! And it's called Drone.Horse.
Why?
Because Drone.Horse is awesome. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in drones, if you bought one of the DJI Phantoms, which is like the entry-level, cool, high-production drone. It's basically just a forum for you guys to talk about all things drone. There's some really like knowledgeable people on there that are doing crazy stuff, like modding stuff. So they know what they're talking about.
I looked at it for like 2 seconds and felt overwhelmed because there was so much technological.
There's a lot of drone talk.
But I did see a couple people posting that were like, I have no idea, and people explained it and. Cool.
I like there's some videos being posted from people posting their drone videos from the DJIs they bought. Chad, guy.
A droney, if you will.
Don't call it that. Don't call it. How do you feel about, I don't know, drones?
Or dronies.
Drone.horse.
How do I feel about drones?
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking drones now.
I mean, I like them. That's it. No,
Thanks.
I'm a big fan. Amongst all my hobbies, filmmaking is a thing, so I like drones because of what they present to filmmakers at this point in their careers. It really eliminates that production level that you could never attain before now. So yeah, I'm excited about them. I have a DJI fan. I am just now starting to get into doing better video with it and trying to really do special stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. I have loved drone.org. It does sound ridiculous when you say it.
But that's part of the charm.
Would you go to a droney convention if there was one here?
Can we please stop saying
don't.
droney?
Let's stop that. No more.
It raises alarms. It's almost over a line. It's just not great.
So you'd say it's
Borderline, yeah. It's not great. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to do the mods. I want the first person view. I want all of it.
So yeah, check out drone.horse. Tell your friends and your parents because they'll be extremely confused. And it'll be great.
Yes, Mom. It is drone.horse.
It is real.
That is a real website.
It is a real website. I'm just stoked that I can put that on my resume. Like, community lead for drone.horse. Like,
customer support.
That's amazing.
Drone.horse.
Yeah, totally. Favorite part about it. So this week we asked you guys for a topic that we can all discuss. We asked you what bothers you more than it should, which for some reason you don't know is a recurring video segment on our front page from our spokes troll Irk talking about what bothers him more than it should. So let's start it up with Thumper Chick. Our friend Thumper Chick says, maybe it bothers me more than it should. Hagglers. I hate it when people see a posted price and offer like 30 to 50% of that price. It's more annoying when they get offended if you offer. And we kind of paraphrase because some of these were really long. Okay, I'll start with this one. I'm so bad at haggling. Like, I am terrible at haggling. I just can't do it. Like, I feel bad and weird trying to, even in places where it's like accepted and meant to be done. So I went to China on a trip for work, not here, and while I was there, like, we went to some shops and tried to buy some stuff, and one of the first things I bought was this cool like 4 shot glass set, said Shanghai on it. It had little gold engravings of like temples and stuff, and I was like, and I bought it, and then I realized after I bought it that some of the guys I was with, one of them bought a full-size replica samurai sword and paid less than me because he haggled.
Aww.
And he had our interpreter like with him saying like, no, like, he's not going to pay that much. And she told me afterwards, she was like, yeah, you just paid like $30 for that. She's like, they do that on purpose. Like, they, like, you don't know what you're doing. They'll just charge you whatever they want. And then you're supposed to haggle and make it better. And I didn't realize that. So I just like paid $30 for like 3 shots. I'm really bad at haggling. Really bad.
It's a really thing.
Yeah, totally.
So I would say that not liking it in the U.S. is common.
Yeah.
Because we don't do it.
Right.
Some people get a lot, though.
Counterpoint, I am horrible at it and I don't want to do it. But we had a time in New York City for my honeymoon and went to a little electronics store, just needed I think an SD card or something. And I asked the guy and he said, oh, it was a headphone splitter. And he was like, oh, it's $15. I was like, no, never mind. I was just going to walk out. And then he immediately said, for you, it's $10 now. I was like, oh, I just haggled.
Okay. Through your very presence, your being, he knew that that you couldn't be messed with and you had to haggle with you. My other haggling story is a while back, like years ago, I was at a swap meet, which is a place where you are supposed to haggle, and I was with an ex. We were together at the time, and had been browsing all day, and she had kind of been giving me a little bit of crap for like haggling, and then like I was like, all right, I'm gonna show you, like I'm gonna do this. Like she wanted this old antique globe, and I'm like, all right, I'll haggle, and I did exactly what Thumper Chick hates. Because I don't know what I'm doing. So she wanted to charge $30 for this globe, and I was like, I'll give you 15. And she like freaked out at me. And she was like, no, how dare you? Like screaming at me. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll give you the $30. Just stop yelling at me. So those are my thoughts on haggling. How do you feel, Alba?
Similarly, wow. I am intimidated by it. I think I fear that giant reaction as someone screaming at you. Two things come to mind, like Pawn Stars. People come in with like ridiculous expectations of what they think their junk is worth.
Well, to be fair, I think like, they have ridiculous expectations, but the dude, whatever his name is, like, I'll give you 5 cents for it.
Right.
And so I think it's a weird situation.
There's a healthy middle ground.
I went to that, by the way. I went to the Pawn Stars like official store once. They weren't even there. They were filming like off location or on vacation or something. That place sucks. It is not as cool as you think it's going to be. Their organization is terrible. Like there's no organization.
Whoa. It's not that bad. I've been there twice. Once when they were there, once when they weren't. And it was definitely there. Because at the end of the day, it's just a pawn shop.
I know, but it's the most famous pawn shop in the country, so they should have some standards. Like, they should, like, I at least expected it to be functioning and, like, make sense, but it was seriously just, they had nothing. Like, there was no actual things there, and none of it was organized. It was just, like, a random NES, like, on the bottom shelf, and, like, 3, like, rings on the top. Like, nothing was in place. Disappointed. Not impressed.
Well, the other time,
F-.
much more positive, is when my husband and I bought our second car.
Big
Ooh.
Whoa.
Watch out.
No. People, it's fine. So when we bought this car, we both have like no idea what we're doing, but Derek is my husband's name. His brother is like a salesman. He's like expert haggler, and so we were like on the phone with this woman calling, and we're like, hold on, we have to think about it. And we'd hang up and immediately like text his brother and be like, she said this, is this a good deal? What do you think? And we were like giving him all these specs, and he ended up getting us a really good deal. But I definitely could not have done that on my own. I would have been like, all right, guess we'll pay the sticker price.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't prefer it, but I don't know. I think it as much as it should either way, because it's annoying either way. If you're trying to sell something and someone's like, I'll give you 30 like bucks, and they're like, I'll give you 10, and you're like, of course you're annoyed.
Bye.
But at the same time, I hate when people are obviously overcharging because to haggle to bring them back to the correct price. So screw haggling
style.
Yeah, screw haggling all around. Next, maybe it bothers me more than it should. Discussion topic. Soma Geek says, it bothers me more than it should smelly people.
Is he calling us smelly people? How would you know?
I mean, this room is hot.
It is kind of warm.
It's really, really warm in here. I don't think it smells bad, but...
I don't think you smell bad.
Good. I'm glad. I think you smell like garbage. But...
I'll remember that.
Sure. Smelly people. Moving on.
No one likes that.
Pavlov, my buddy, good friend of the community, says, blah, 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 my wife takes too long to answer questions. That is the our paraphrased version of his question. I think his actual question was about something else. It was about Cinco de Mayo. What do we do for Cinco de Mayo?
Sleep while I was reading it.
What did you do?
Nothing. I did nothing special. And for the record, I am Hispanic. But this means nothing to us, guys. Stop it. If you're out there and you're like, You have someone in your office that's Hispanic, don't go up to them and say Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Did
You don't
anybody
need
do
to
that?
My girlfriend is bilingual, and she is a bilingual copywriter. She writes in Spanish, she speaks Spanish. Next to me saying all day people are coming up to her and saying Happy Cinco de Mayo, and also asking what it means, and like what is it supposed to be? So that does happen. Don't.
Wow.
What did
Nothing. Well, actually, for lunch, a couple of us went to this nice taco place Tuesday in Cinco de Mayo. That was it.
That's probably what I.
Sorry, that wasn't very long, Pavlov.
That's. Oh, that's what I would have done, but I don't know. I just.
Well, you were gonna come with us. You played wiffle ball.
Was Cinco de Mayo yesterday? No, that was 2 days ago. This is how little it matters to me. Yesterday I saw the Avengers, but not for other than I wanted to see the Avengers. So. I'm
gonna see it this weekend.
Thanks for not answering the question at all, Rebecca.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Who needs to answer the questions were presented?
I was gonna say, I think that bothers you.
Maybe it does. I don't care. Whatever.
I think Cinco de Mayo itself doesn't bother you, but maybe people's reactions to Cinco de Mayo.
Sure, and it is a big deal for one city in Mexico, Puebla, because that's where the Battle of Puebla happened. Anyway, history lesson over. Thanks, guys, for your What Bothers You More Than It Should topics. We're going to try to continue that in the future, so next time there's a stream thread and we're going to do the segment, we'll ask you guys for more. We're going to actually try a new segment out right now. Mm-hmm. And we need to give you a little bit of context for this. So
not too much, though. We're
going to cut over to Moose's mailbag in a second. But before we do, just to set it up, here's what happened. During the second Fukubukuro that we ever did.
Was it the second or the third?
Second or third, one of those. As one of the kind of special fun boxes, what we did is we put a bunch of cars, like little
thousands.
Toy plastic cars.
It was, I could easily fit in this box. It was a big box.
Really big box, filled it to the top with little plastic toy cars. There was a
note.
One. And I mean, that's all you really need to know. We'll talk about it more after you hear the reading. And this was actually an email sent in to customer support
that I got to reply to.
A real email, and we're gonna leave the person who's anonymous. And now Moose's mailbag.
I just received a gigantic box in the mail a few days ago after the rest of order number redacted, arrived. The box itself had a hole in the bottom, and the box was heavier than I would. I opened it up to find a note that said, "Better check under the hood. It'll be worth it." What appears to be Comic Sans. In smaller text, you wrote, "We promise it's not a penny." Underneath the note was what appears to be thousands of plastic toy cars. Oh, a car pun. That's clever, I thought to myself. I wonder what's underneath. However, I guess you technically kept that promise that there wasn't a penny, since there was nothing else in the box except thousands of little toy cars. Choking hazards. I would still like to know how it was worth it, though. Unless you meant it was worth it for you to treat me like a fool for a joke. The toy cars look to be made of the cheapest plastic that something can be made of. You know, the type that can't be thrown out in the regular trash because it will last for thousands of years, just fucking up the earth. I assume that whatever country in the world has the loosest restrictions on kid toys would still have something banning these cars. I know you're running mad as an experiment, so I'm guessing I was just a subject in the let's treat our customers like shit and see how they react test. Good test. I'm sure it will provide tons of useful information on just how shitty you can be to users before they get fed up. But if this was just a joke by a board to run, it'll be worth it to see you feel foolish for digging through this godforsaken box of nothing. Then congratulations, you got yourself a laugh. that's mean-spirited, demonstrates your utter contempt for the people that pay you money. I'm not asking for a lot, and I'm cool with you making jokes and having a sense of humor. I love the copy on product pages. But the joke of treating me like shit goes a little too far. But now that your joke or experiment or whatever this was that wasted my time is over, can you please clean up after yourselves? I can't properly dispose of this without breaking county sanitation rules, and I in my house for fear that my cat will eventually get into the choking hazard or that it'll leak out of the box. So please, tell me what to do with this junk. You can have your laugh. I certainly can't stop you from doing mean-spirited things to alienate your customer base. And you can have your data. Nothing in the box says it'll be worth it equals not actually worth it. But can you please send me a postage label to return this back to you? Or can you recommend some other course of action that doesn't compound the disdain you've already shown me? Please. Also, Comic Sans, really, that may be the worst part of all of this.
Thank you, Moose. I don't think that guy was cool with our humor at all. He was definitely not cool with it. And if you're somehow watching, dude, mistake was yours, because if he would have... Here's the whole explanation. Like we said, thousands of plastic toy cars, probably like
and they were
yay
crappy.
big. They were small, and yes, they were terrible. But we wanted to turn it into something fun, so what we did is we wrote an email address on a little tiny piece of paper, folded it up really small, and hid it underneath, taped it to one of the bottom of the cars. Sure, this was going to be a big project for him to do, but that's been done before.
Yeah.
Editor of the community, member of the community, we sent him thousands of plastic bags.
And he looked through all of them.
That's where the penny comment came from.
Yeah.
Because Editor Kid looked through thousands of plastic bags. He finally found the one with the X marked on it, and inside was just a penny.
And it said, "A penny for your troubles."
So we totally messed with him. But yeah, so this one, the idea was going to be, the payoff was going to be great. So we had the note on top in Comic Sans that said, check under the hood. We promise it'll be worth your while. And then in... under the cars, if he found the car and emailed us that email address, 65-inch TV. So, kind of screwed up.
It wasn't really mean-spirited.
It wasn't mean at all. Like, we thought it was super fun and hilarious, and we thought this person was going to have a blast with it, like Editor Kid did. And we even emailed him back and said, it looks like you don't really get what we're going for here. If you want to just send it back to us, we'll find that we'll have fun with this. And he never did.
Never heard back. The cars.
So that could have been one of you guys out there enjoying searching through thousands of plastic cars.
So hint, if this happens to you, maybe it's us messing with you, but maybe you'll get something out of it. Play along anyway.
Why not? Why not have fun? Play along. Like, it was also a harmless... We had, of all the responses we expected, that was not one of them. Because it seemed so over the top for the level of what it was. It was nothing.
And I stopped, and I was like, wait, what? And then I read it again, and I was like, is this a joke? And then talked to Mekis about it, and we were pretty intrigued to find out what would happen. We were hoping that we'd get this back, or that he would be like, oh, okay, I went through them all.
Right,
this
yeah.
is it. Something, but...
And we weren't gonna tell them that if you do this, you will be rewarded properly, because that's lame.
Not only that, but it took a lot of our time to prep that.
Totally. That was a lot of us to... They were all in cars.
They were, tiny. This would have been, 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, they were pretty small, and they were packages that were kind of individually wrapped. So that was a lot of work to even set up this whole prank. The box was almost bursting also because it was so full.
Yeah, it was, and I'm not kidding about how big the box was. I may have actually gotten in the box to test it out. I don't remember.
True, that definitely happened,
It's happened
and I
more
remember
than
that.
once.
And I was of that gag. I thought it was going to be a great box, and people were going to be excited about it. It was going to be a fun forum, play along, see what happens kind of thing.
Yeah.
The payoff would have been great.
It would have been great. Also, one thing we forgot to mention at the top of the show, later in a second here, we're going to do Draw Something. So if you have suggestions for stuff for us to draw, send them into YouTube chat, send them into Twitter, and Moose will take a look at those.
Yeah.
And in the
We do have a couple questions.
We do have some questions.
Pre-submitted.
From the thread. So let's A your cues.
So we have our friend Mark Log, a.k.a. what is his Clash of Clans? DDGFG.
I don't know.
Something. Looked like he sneezed. It was his name.
I don't know that.
He says, does The Office have some sort of regarding when/if something is going to sell out? If not, why not? The answer is kind of. There's a piece of like poster paper that's posted on one of the walls that no one do. Mm-hmm. And it has a couple sale items, and like people have written down their guess for how many we would sell and at what time and things like that. I don't think anyone's ever won.
It was kind of set up to be a thing. Like someone, our photographer Rumpel on the forums, actually set up this idea of if something's gonna sell out, and like a little pool, kind of like not really a bet, but just to see.
Yeah.
And what time it would sell out. I think we did it like twice.
Yeah.
And then people were like,
I didn't even know about it. I just happened to walk by one day and be like, what's that?
And really, to answer your question, why not? It's because people work really hard
really
and
busy.
we don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a good idea. I kind of wish that we could set up something like that.
Yeah.
Like for the, I don't know, for the community maybe in some way or something. I don't know.
So people can guess.
It's a good idea
without
to
knowing what it is.
It's a good idea to play around with that. Yeah. Next up, we got Pepsi Wine, which she specifically, I believe it's a she, specifically says they don't drink Pepsi and wine together. They like Pepsi and they like wine, which
That sounds like
who
a drinking
doesn't?
terrible
Like, come on.
drink.
No, I bet it's fine. Like,
Actually, I don't like either of those things.
I think red wine and Coke is a
yeah,
thing.
that's a thing for
Is it?
sure.
Yeah.
It's a fairly common cocktail in like South America and a bunch of other places. I like it more. Why don't you like wine? Too strong of a
I
taste?
just don't have
Too
like
sour?
I'd like to like wine. I just have to help the palate for it, I guess.
You can learn.
Yeah.
Well, next year when you can legally drink, it'll be okay.
That's a joke around here because Holly's 12 years
12 years old. I'm old enough to drink wine. And I never liked soda. I just I don't know.
So on to Pepsi Wine's question. Does Meh have an app? Why not? When will you have an app? And also, just so you know, Woot has an app. Just saying. Also, when you make the app, please make it Apple Watch compatible so I can show it off to all the people I show my Apple Watch. I need more things to brag about.
I think you already know the answer to half of your question. Is no. I don't have an app.
We do have apps, just not official apps.
Right.
We have people that have made apps, multiple. They all seem pretty cool. They've even posted about them on the forums. So if you want to find an app,
you can
check the forums and search for app.
search the App Store.
Or search the App Store for
I don't
Meh. It
know
probably
what they're
works as
called.
well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of choices for you. Why don't we make one ourselves? I don't know, because you
Our
guys made
website-
it for us. Why bother? And our website works great on mobile. You don't
Pretty
really
simple.
need an app.
Yeah.
It's one thing a day. People like the whole alert part of it. Like some of them have a built-in alert where it'll call you at 11 when the deal switches over. But yeah, just go to the site.
Pretty short.
That's it. Next up.
We have Dalek, who asks, at Hallball, why did you deflate those footballs prior to the championship game? I think I remember hearing about this. I know you know that I don't know about this stuff, so...
It's so good because it's like literally the biggest news topic.
It's
and you're
totally...
like, I think I remember this.
All right, hold on.
Wait,
I think...
didn't this happen
No,
like
okay.
a couple months ago? What we're talking
Yeah,
about?
okay, we need to... I would love this...
No.
Give your explanation of the events that happened. What happened? Who did it?
Okay.
Who was involved?
Uh,
Go for it. As much as you can remember, or just try to make it up. Whatever you think. Detail as possible.
I'm so sorry, football fans.
What happened?
This was a thing that happened before the championship game. Okay, no, I think I do remember part of it. Someone said that they liked their footballs like a little bit deflated. There was like this controversy about if that team did it, but someone said the referee did it, and it was within regulation, and it was fine. Maybe?
Okay.
We're gonna move, or...
I
don't
You didn't
sports.
answer the follow-up. Why didn't you give your husband the signed Tom Brady jersey you got as a reward? For the record, if you were responsible for that, you should have asked for way more than a Tom Brady jersey signed. But
And also because he didn't help me,
well, we don't know.
but I played
He knew about it. I hope Tom Brady gets suspended for the entire year. It'll never happen, but I would love that to happen because I'm a Chargers fan. Screw the Patriots. I hate them.
There's a second question for you.
There is.
At John T, or Jaunt, if you had to choose, which vegetable would you use your week? Challenge mode, you can't pick Brussels sprouts.
Which vegetable would describe my week?
Yeah.
Hard because this makes no sense. Because vegetables can't describe things in
Yeah,
your
they
life. Okay, give me an example. Which vegetable describes your week?
I would say this week has been, let's say, broccoli. Why broccoli?
Why broccoli?
Because it's healthy and it's good for you. I started I wouldn't call it a diet. I'm just trying to eat better. And it's been hard. You know, it's a challenge. Like, you have to cook the broccoli. I mean, I guess you don't have to. I like to cook broccoli. So you have to make the effort to cook the broccoli, but when you eat it, it's good for you. So that describes my week.
I would say I've had a real lettuce kind of week. And in and around a lot of things, but it hasn't mattered at all. Not one bit.
I've had an asparagus week because my pee smells weird.
Moose, do you have a vegetable for your week?
I'm not prepared for this. I'm so sorry. Oh God, I'm really sorry. I apologize.
That's such a cauliflower answer. You're such a cauliflower, Will.
I know, but I do want to answer Brussels sprouts. Because it's been a really layered week.
Okay.
I'll not take challenge mode, and I'll also say Brussels sprouts because my week would have been improved with more bacon. There you go.
Okay. Solid.
Next up,
That's
Eris,
2 minutes.
and
We're
I'm not
getting
even
back.
gonna try to pronounce your last name. Castro Giovanni, I believe, says, Hallball, did you ever learn how to sew properly?
So we should probably provide some background. A while back, I had another customer support email with my friend, and we got to talking about a shirt that had a hole in it, and we didn't have any more that we could send. I felt really bad, and they were really cool. It's fine, I'll sew it up, no big deal. And got to talking, and discovered that I did not know how to sew and never learned. Like, I did Girl Scout and stuff, but whatever, we never really learned. And so I got it was American Girl's stuffed bear set in the mail. Everyone was very perplexed by it. Like, she just started here, why is she getting mail? Like, what's happening? This is weird. Got halfway through the bears. I made a post about it a while ago. Then we just kind of blew up in customer service, and I haven't really had time to finish. But what I've done so far looks good. I
thought you were doing a good job so far.
I
It
did.
looked fine.
It looks okay. Like, the eyes look kind of cold and dead. But
I mean, that's what you want
Yeah.
when you create a bear.
it's true. You don't want a live eyes.
That'd
from
be
a bear.
really scary
No.
if it was just a bear with human eyes.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying.
I did fix Brosif's hacky sack once, and then he broke it again. But I did fix it with my new sewing skills. So I wouldn't say properly, but mediocrely.
Well enough to... There you go.
Enough to get on.
Perfect. Yeah, you are at the level
Yeah.
that's exactly mediocre.
Yeah,
for
I will
sewing.
finish that bear at some point. Promise.
So, a great what's the male version of this?
Person?
I'm not a great person.
Steamer?
Nor am I a great seamstress.
Seamster.
Steamer.
But when I Memphis, she had a roommate, and her dog tore a hole in the pillow in her roommate's throw pillow on the couch. She said, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do? My roommate hates me, and she's gonna get really mad about this." I said, "Well, seam, you can sew that up. It'll be really easy. Just get a little sewing kit." She said, "I don't know how to sew." I said, "It's really simple. You just, back and forth." And she said, can you do it? And I was like, "Well, yeah, let's go get a sewing kit." So we got a sewing kit, and we sat down on the couch, and I sewed her pillow closed, and she watched football.
That's awesome.
Moose is breaking down traditional gender barriers for you. Meds, good old Meds. Giffer extraordinaire. That's right, Giffer.
Hey, you haven't been gift yet.
That's true, but I probably will be. Med says, mashed taters, white or brown gravy. I'm going to defer to you while I think of my answer.
I will say brown gravy. I'm not from here. I'm not from the South. I'm from California.
In case y'all don't know, both of us, born and bred in California, lived there most of our lives.
And
just came here recently.
White gravy's not really big.
Yeah, I'm on your side. Every single time in my life that I've had mashed potatoes, it's been brown.
There wasn't ever
There wasn't a choice. Yeah. It was just that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I will say, since being here and traveling around a little bit, with biscuits, I love white gravy. And I don't know if I've ever had brown gravy with biscuits, because that seems weird. I feel like these two need to weigh in, these good Midwestern and Southern boys.
I grew up in Illinois.
Let's talk gravy.
Illinois, we have both. But yeah, I'm with you. Mashed potatoes, usually brown gravy. With biscuits, I prefer what I like to call country gravy. And that's good sausage country.
Okay.
What kind of gravy do you like?
White gravy on biscuits only. Other than that, white gravy sucks. Brown gravy forever. On everything.
Forever!
Red once in Colorado, and it was good.
Red eye gravy.
Coffee-based gravy.
That sounds amazing.
It's great.
I make country.
What?
Put coffee in my country
gravy.
You need to make this and bring it in.
Gravy. Bridge over the river Quan gravy.
What?
She doesn't know about that movie. It was before her time.
Yours.
Whatever, but I know about it at least. KG Moomy Kagamumami says, how far out do you decide the deals?
Well, we don't decide them.
We don't decide the deals. I think Moose needs to handle this one.
Ideally, hour.
Ideally.
PM, but oftentimes it's shut up. Usually it's 10:30 p.m.
Night before.
Yep.
Yeah.
The night of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
10:45 sometimes. All right, guys. Thanks for your cues that we aid. Continue to submit those in future threads. That's probably just going to be something we're always going to do every time, because why not? It's fun.
Yeah.
So let's move on to draw something. This is something we've done before. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
So you have to guess. You have to guess what. Did you see any of them? I only saw one.
I saw one.
Did you see the top one?
Yeah.
Damn it, that's the one I saw. Now we both have to do that one.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to look at the next one. I'm going to draw it, and everyone is going to have to guess. Specifically, you're going to have to guess, because I think Moose already knows what it is.
Not looking.
I'm paying attention, so I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, this is really complex, but I will go for it. I'm gonna need
half.
Yeah, I'll go for the first. All right, so I will be up first. I believe we decided on 20 seconds initially for me to have someone correctly guess, and can't we'll add another 15.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
It's a heart.
Jackal.
No. T-Rex is a wrench. The snake. Oh, it's Glenn.
All right.
Glenn. Is he holding? He doesn't have arms. Is he dancing?
Not quite.
Is
3,
he
2,
hugging Glenn?
1,
No.
and
Help.
stop.
Ah,
Yes.
Glenn hugging a robot.
incorrect.
10 more
I
seconds.
need 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1,
Go.
go.
It's Urk.
Terminator.
Robot Urk? What? Oh, he's killing him. He's strangling him?
Yes, there we go.
Urk strangling Glenn.
Wow!
That is some
don't
dark
don't look
stuff.
still, just so I can check and see what it was
It
actually.
got a little murky in here.
Irk choking Glenn. Request.
That's close.
I don't know why Irk is wearing like fanciful shoes, or maybe
Yeah,
is
they look
half.
like elf shoes.
He might be half horse.
I don't know that we've ever seen what type of footwear Urk
Oh, that's a good point.
Is it Urk.horse?
This is in honor of Drone.horse. Irk has some hooves. I think, was it the X that really sold you on him being choked?
Yeah. Throat, like drawing the circle.
The
Is
circle?
that a throat?
I thought
mean-
you were drawing the
Kinda
monster from Trimmers.
A graboid?
Yeah.
All
It
right.
was pretty
do I
close
get
to a
look?
graboid.
Don't
His teeth aren't. I couldn't do justice to his teeth.
Okay. Oh no. This is gonna be bad. Hold on, I have to think about my colors. 1, 2, the. All right. I think I'm ready. Probably not, but. Okay.
3,
You
2, 1,
ready?
go.
3, 2, 1, go.
A triangle. A purple triangle. A person wearing a triangle. A person with hair. A dress. A dress holding a bowl of something. A dog.
5 seconds.
A cat. A cat eating chips.
Amount of time, aren't I? Dang it.
Clarissa explains.
It's a person in a dress eating a bowl of chips. And a cat.
All right, 10 more seconds.
I don't think that's enough.
Ready, set,
Go. Green chips.
The. Gosh, I don't think you're gonna get this.
It's getting weirder.
A baby.
2,
Throwing a giant cookie.
1.
A pizza.
Pie. Literally.
That's dying. Throwing a pizza away from themselves. His legs are broken. While a woman watches on with a cat with no expression on her face. Cold-blooded killer.
The monster from The Grudge is eating a salad
Yes.
while holding a cat as a donut man throws a cookie while riding on blood-soaked skis.
A donut man throws a cookie and or pizza. He almost looks like he has those fake...
10 more seconds.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me do more?
Yep.
Well,
One-
Walter White is in the foreground. He's throwing his pizza.
onto the roof.
Next to him is a cat, but in the distance there's a pyramid, and a sun is setting behind it. The rays of the
Rays
sun are shining
down. I
to
got
its
it.
right, a spaceship. This is the beginning of Stargate.
That's what that
I
is.
think that's it. Yeah, that's,
you nailed it.
That's it.
All
Totally.
right, 10 more seconds. Ready, set, go.
You can't just write words. A smiling pyramid.
It's John T. and Hallball.
Is it?
yes.
Throwing a pizza away.
John T.'s pissed. Time.
Now you're wearing that and playing.
It looks kind of like the Pharrell hat.
It does look like the Pharrell hat.
It's not the Pharrell hat, though.
I'm gonna give up because I can't think of anything better than Moose's idea of a pyramid. This is just Breaking Bad mixed with Stargate.
It's me and you on Cinco de Mayo.
So what am I doing?
You're playing wiffle ball.
Oh.
And you got cut on your arm.
Oh, yeah. You can't really see it
I
anymore.
tried.
Okay,
Yeah, we played wiffle ball.
that's a pizza.
Not a pizza.
We didn't hit a
Does
pizza
the wiffle ball have holes
with
in
the
it?
bat. Sure, but scale is not. This is not to
That
scale.
says it's close.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Well.
On that note, thank you so much for joining us on stream today. It was a blast. I hope you had fun. We got... I don't know why I said we got. Tweet us at me. Follow us at Mediocre Labs for stream updates. Mm-hmm. At Hallball, at John T, at Chad P, at Moose. Post in the forum threads. And yeah,
Good
give
night
us
and
some
good luck.
feedback. Check out drone.horse. And we will probably see you next week. We'll announce on the forums when we stream again. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Have a mediocre day. And signing off.
Bye.